Hello everyone. This is Colonel VD Singh once again in front of you. And today we have a special guest with us. Shakila RM, founder director, Bromide Entertainment Pvt Ltd and proprietor of Orane Intelli Solutions, a software firm established in 2011 based in Bangalore. Shakila is also on board of advisors for Tattvam Delhi, Statrum Ventures Bangalore, and Shaibig Infosystem Solutions Bangalore. She is a BA Honours History graduate alongside Diploma in Electronics and Telecommunication. She carries a mixed experience of a technical consultant and as a management consultant to various organizations, have left remarkable impact in these organizations. Orain has been existing for last 11 years and has reflected her enthusiasm in its growth. This continues to be her first enterprise as an independent entrepreneur besides Bromide Entertainment Pvt Ltd New Delhi, a digital PR platform, and many other enterprises that she assists as an advisor on board. Orain has been in focus for business enterprise solutions across small, medium, and large scale organizations globally. Currently, with evolving technologies, Orain has also evolved to deliver solutions on web and mobile platforms. As a person, she believes in constantly learning and growing progressively towards achieving greater goals. This ability to acquire knowledge and collaborate with right teams has only added to her growing client acquisition.
Thank you so much, Colonel Singh, for such a lovely introduction. Thank you, Zena family, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present my work, myself, and the activities that I'm currently pursuing. So, to begin with, let me tell you that in the IT world, there has been a lot of transition, and the IT world, as we all know, transforms as at a rapid speed, basically, right? It's just a sonic speed. By the time you get adopted to one technology, there's a new technology already waiting and knocking at the door. This time around, I'm working something which has been very close to me with since 2017, called the blockchain. The whole concept of blockchain is so interesting. It's just unites the whole world on a single server, which doesn't have to remain in your offices or in your houses or compute from your places. These are very simple things. And just before this, we had and we still use the IoT Internet of Things. And today we are all used to Internet of Things. Now, the beautiful technology that I am representing today is called a deep in technology, which actually brings both of these components together and put into your devices which you use every day. It's a everyday device, right? Fantastic. So this deep in, as it says, is decentralized physical infrastructure network. Basically, it's kind of a blockchain. Like I said, the block of programs sits in different devices, but the programming or the computing happens at the far end network or the infrastructure, which is not visible. Okay. Now, what is that? How is that we could be part of this? Is something that I'm going to talk about. This is something that I've been pitching for various what to say businesses, and this is something that I'm very proud to say that has been the most interesting aspect of this particular technology, and you will see it. Okay, you will see how this technology will come into quick adaptation as we move forward in the coming days. All right, first to begin with, since I said I'm talking to corporates and many corporates like B2Bs, because we want this technology adoption to first go in corporates. especially the corporates who are working towards sustainability development, corporates who are working on projects where the goodwill ambassador actually promotes the technology based implementation of whether it is clean air or carbon neutral or any afforestation or any of these things, which basically means don't extinguish the earth soon, right? Okay. Now, this is something that I've written for African Union. The Dean of African Union believes that Africa is pretty much ready, not the southern Africa, but the other parts of Africa are pretty much ready in quick adoption of the technology. So I'll walk you through this one, which gives a very broad picture of the product and basic information of the value proposition that we are bringing onto the table, which applies equally well to corporates. In this presentation, we are looking at a small pitch where we want the African Union members to look at this product into collaboration or association. So let's move forward. African Union basically has at least 35 countries as members into the Union, African countries, and these countries are very much in the deprived state of clean water, fresh air, basic needs, etc., which is why we thought this would be nice to start in Africa, right? Now, this is what we address. Basically, we deal with. I'm sitting in Delhi, even people sitting in Mumbai, and today even Bangalore for that matter, is going through a severe air pollution problems. In fact, in the severe category in the air pollution index, the AQI index, and we do not know what to do but stay indoors and run our air purifiers. So this is the first thing that we are addressing, which is the air pollution vis-a-vis building clean water or generating clean drinking water, which is a water project at our end. We work very closely with a company called Janajal. Janajal is the founder is Padma Bhushan awardee, Dr. And it is a baby who has been nurtured well, and it's one of the companies recognized by government of India to provide paijal, like they call it, drinking water to the under happens when you work. Port system is not actually so intact or so ready to have participants volunteer into such projects, especially where the economics fall into place. So what happened is, over a period of time, seeking for CSR to do a good job for your own country, for your own people, became a challenge. That is how we evolved into Big Water Protocol. We want people to be part of the goodwill seamlessly instead of feeling like it is a pressure and I have to go, I have to do this project, I have to put that money, I have to bring that certificate, I have to take the approval from the government, etc., etc. This is something people have always found difficult, and more or less eventually they say, forget it, let's just have a department, let they deal with this. And it's gone from doing good to following a different method of executing these projects. So let's see what Big Water Protocol talks, right? Okay, so Big Water Protocol, we say, is a solution to corporates, where these corporates are mandated. They have a mandate from the government to pull in 2% of the profits as CSR or ESG activity in a way to give back to the community, India, Africa, wherever that is, and whichever project that they like. And this particular activity has to be recorded and audited and submitted to the government, in turn establishing that you are part of the country's well-being, right? Now, this is where we find it very challenging, because when you are executing project, you're very gung-ho about it. There's a budget and you want to execute. You've identified there's an NGO, there's a team, etc., etc. However, when you have to audit it, that's where all the problems come. The impact that you're creating is understood. However, it is not recorded, or it is not in a manner recorded that the expense and in the expense as against the budget is matching. So what government says right now is any ESG program that the corporates are executing, they must, it's a mandate, produce a impact verifiable report. Now, how do you do a verifiable report? You cannot, until you are designating somebody to supervise or watch and record all the activities happening. How many plants have you sowed? How many seeds you have sowed? How many plants are there? You don't know how much carbon dioxide is clean, how much oxygen is generated. Similarly, how many liters of water, where are you supplying, whom are you supplying, how much money versus how many people have been benefited. And like, say you are running, you want to be a carbon neutral company, then how much electricity and how much consumption, and how often DGs are used, how much fuel is used. So these are few things that everyone is doing, but the reports do not come verifiable. So people end up fudging, they end up covering up. So in that case, what happens is the mandate will not be fulfilled. So Big Water Protocol, what they do is they promise a impact verifiable report. Why is the promise again? Because of the technology, because everything is recorded. Everything is on a server, on a machine, which can sorry about that. So moving on, let me now say what exactly are we doing, right? Now, if you see this screen here, you will see there is big water. Here, in this case, we are doing air purifier. It is also we have other products, which is home air purifier, which covers up to 300 square feet of area for a 9.5, 10 feet height of a room, right? So in a typical living room of 1,000 plus 1,100 square feet, you can have two air purifiers. These air purifiers are as good as any air purifier. It is medical grade. When I say medical grade, it is not industry level medical grade. It is home level medical grade. Because it's on technology, you don't have remotes, you don't have infrared rays, you don't have ultraviolet rays, you don't have any sort of rays going around. So it is kid friendly, it is pet friendly. So it's a very safe device. It has touch screen, so you can use that, or you use the application on the phone. And the same thing applies to these car air purifiers. You have the application on the phone. So the phone, you can operate it through the phone, or you have a physical device which you can use on the touch screen. So the air purifier works like an air purifier. There's no change whatsoever. This is like a proof of concept to implement the entire technology for us. And thankfully, touch wood, it's been one of the best-selling products. Now, these air purifiers, while you run, what happens is they start generating water tokens because we are directly linked with Genital. So water tokens, water projects are very easy for us to do. So when these water tokens are, there is an app where you know for how many hours, how many tokens have been generated. And I'm giving you a very approximate stage at this point in my recent installations. For a 20-hour air purifier running, we have at least 500, 600 tokens, up to anything between 500 to 600 tokens per day that people are generating. Now, these tokens go back into the blockchain server. What are you getting? You're getting your clean air and you have your clean atmosphere and you're happy. It is just as any air purifier that you're using. The filters are available, filters to be cleaned every year, every 12 months, 11 to 12 months. So we can supply you. And tech support is available and we are India distributors. So then it becomes very easy for us to be sending this or distributing this to various places from India. Since it's an import product, it comes with import quality. Hence, it's a global product and it is already functioning in 65 countries so far. Our recent opening has been in South Korea. Now, what makes this a successful product? What is so nice about it than any other air purifiers is the technology which is generating these water tokens are left some in your kitty, these tokens, so that if you are tech savvy or if you're trade savvy, you can use those tokens to convert into your digital currency. By the way, India is on the verge of having India's own digital currency. If not, you know that these are if not, you can still keep it with you. When you travel abroad, you can use it wherever digital currencies are acceptable. What we are getting is the tokens that are coming in the server, which we use to cater to the drinking water projects, right? Now, many a times people come to us and say, we don't want clean water project. So then what happens? So if you see these blockchain tokens go there, your NFT is generated. These NFT is non-fungible tokens. And then you have these NFTs issued. These NFTs are further used. Like I said, we are doing water. We are doing water for underserved communities. But we are now talking to some of the conglomerates in India who wants it for afforestation, geotagging trees, animal shelters, because we've got reports of cows not having healthy water to drink where the TDS is as high as 2000. So the quality of milk is like really low. And of course, the underserved communities. We're also working with another team who are coming up with e-scooters, and they want every person, every buyer who uses the e-scooter to contribute to the afforestation project. So we're working on that as well. And these NFTs will be giving us the reports that the companies want to share to the government as their CSR ESG program. These reports are verified. They come as against the tokens that are generated, the amount of tokens that's generated for that project. You'll have the entire report ready. You just have to take a printout of the report, give it to your CA. That's it, all done, right? So this is what makes it different than any other air purifier. Having said that, since it's a technology, I think this technology can go on a cycle. This technology can go for any other device, maybe the fan running. This technology can go on your existing, if your hotels, like we're talking to hotels who have HVAC systems and who do not want to change from their existing setup. So the technology can sit actually on their existing brands, existing setups, right? So that's how agnostic the technology is. I'm just playing this quick video to understand the whole concept, what I said in a very simpler graphical manner. Here it is. So plugging in your air purifier, let the purifier do its work, and you reap the benefits. In many countries where the benefits are actually in economic terms, in terms of wallet and everything, it's helped a lot of youngsters earn those passive incomes while they are studying, because there are youngsters going abroad making their living. They want to have some pocket money of their own, not depend on their family, etc. I think that one area was very touchy because having lived in India and having seen kids go abroad, I thought, yeah, it really makes some good sense. Instead of going for a restaurant and earning those $200 per month, I think $200, $300, you can simply sit here and make, right? So, by the way, since it's listed, for everyone who's interested in NFT, since it's a listed currency, you have the benefit of exchanging into any currency. USDT is where people prefer, but there are many other currencies which is acceptable. In fact, Africa also have their own currencies, which are M-Pesa and everything that is working. So it's very easily exchangeable on a exchange and transfer into another wallet. Now, the application itself is so simple. Web3 technology is graphically more interesting, and the cleanliness that comes in your application, you will not even feel that there are so many features and functions. So that's something that I'm very proud of when it comes to the product that we've developed. So basically, it's not one product that I'm talking about. There is one which is air purifier, and then there is a technology which sits on it. There is an IoT application if you don't want to move from one to another. So you can simply stick to your air purifier, or you can have the big water application, which is available on Play Store, Google Play Store, which you can utilize to see how many tokens that you have generated and what you can do out of it, whether you have to send it to any wallet, you need to bring it to any wallet, or if it is a corporate, how many devices are generating how much water and how much contribution is directly happening via this application or the whole system, right? Now, if you see, most of the value propositions I've actually given over here, but these are very broad categories. Uh, Yeah. So we were talking about the value proposition, which I've already shared. We're almost towards the end of my presentation. Uh, so the monetization, the transparent ESG compliances, it could be ESG, it could be CSR, anything which is in line with UN SDG goals. We work closely with the climate impact projects, SDG 3, SDG 16, SDG 12, which is in line with the UN SDG goals. So the contribution, that is one more value proposition, and we are talking about large communities. Large communities. It's devastating to see how, in from our comfort zone, these things are like blinded. And once I was into this project, I could see the kind of what to say, the state that people are in, and they deserve they deserve to live better, right? And of course, being a cutting edge technology which enables us to do the good work that we all want to do. We all want to do. I always tell this as an example whenever I'm going to a meeting or a kind of prospect meeting. I tell them, how often have you bought a 10 rupees water bottle to just give the guy who is begging? We all just thamao some 5 rupees, 10 rupees, whatever rupees that we have, or whatever is fallen in our cars when we drive. We actually don't take that pain to figure out, maybe it could be a water bottle, maybe it could be a bun, a biscuit packet, etc. Some people do it, and but not everybody is part of it. And I think now there are also WhatsApp messages which state, don't pay money to beggars or anybody who is begging or seeking alms. Now, this brings back to the thought then, so who is good and who is bad, and what act is a good act, what act is a bad act? Because everything has its own pros and cons. So there's a lot of this that we all come across in our lives. So having seen all this and heard all this, and I myself have tried to be part of some community projects, and I know how the projects stop or fade away. Funds nahi hai, people nahi hai, there's no reward, there's no association, there's no pat at the back at the end of the day, right? So you feel it's very thankless. Of course, it's not like one is to do anything like this for the sake of gratitude or something, or seeking some sort of a brand work. Still, I think bringing people together, the good people together under one roof, is still a challenge. Is still a challenge. So we are saying, you remain where you are. Your good work will be done, and we know where to get it done from, or we can join hands with you in executing your good work. Now, this is the calling I have. Of course, this is for Africa. Having said that, in India, we are already in talks with good B2Bs, but if we can have a great partner association, or if we can have some OEMs, whether it is air purifier OEMs or mobile OEMs or anybody for that matter, Indian OEMs, we could discuss by and large the technology transfer to India and Indian users, and see how we can fare. And I'm very sure that this product, this technology is here to last long. That's what I believe in, and I'm sure that everybody will start looking at it as we move forward, right? So that's about it. This is called Big Water Protocol. It's a Dubai-based company. Indians, of course, run by Indians, executed by Indians, backed by Janajal. Janajal is an Indian company doing, it's a social entrepreneur job that goes behind Janajal. They still execute a lot of, in fact, I do not know if some of you people are from Mumbai and Delhi. You have water ATMs in the entire Western Railway line, and in Delhi, in the central Delhi, you have these water ATMs where you kind of put 1 rupee and you get 1 liter of pure drinking water, right? So these are the projects that Janajal has executed, and I'm really proud of what I'm selling. And I hope we'll connect soon, and we'll discuss uh, more about the product and how we want to take it, etc. Right? Good. So that's big water protocol. And maybe I can, yeah, that's pretty much it. So the regions that I want to actually work, which is of course my interest and my expertise also, India and neighboring countries, Asian countries, it's basically EMEA, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India and neighbors. Europe, already there's a lot of work that's going on, so I'm not in a rush. Middle East, it's a base for the product. Again, not in a rush. Africa, yes, I've been there, I've seen, and I've had this great meeting with the dean, and the situation can be better. India, we all know the current situation. I'm also looking at Iran, because I think the pollution there is also very big, but right now I don't think so it's the right time to explore that part of the world. So these are my explorations, and I'm working towards it. I'm also happy to connect with automobile industries. Like I'm in talks with the fleet management companies where you all get picked and dropped, and nobody wants to go out. But if I give you a car with an air purifier, which is trusted, I'm sure you'll be happy to, yeah, take a ride. So we have a lot of air purifiers that's coming in on the first lot, and we are looking at it. We are looking at brands who want to co-brand, who want to uplift their brand. For example, say, let me take anything. Say, for example, a coffee shop. It could be Coffee Day, it could be Starbucks, it could be anything. We used to have barista, we used to have cafe something. So there are many coffee shops, but these coffee shops, to create 1 glass of coffee, there's so much wastage of water, and the coffee shop is only selling coffee predominantly. And imagine the amount of water consumption that's going on, the wastage. Think of it like, what if uh, they have our air purifiers which help them generate more drinking water, and they can tell it to the world that, we're not just wasting water, we are generating clean drinking water. You are contributing to help us generate clean drinking water. So these are some of the branding exercises that I'm working in parallel. And it could be fleet, like I said. So everybody who is boarding the car, uh, we tell them a thank you for helping us generate so many boons of water, right? Or instead of liters. So like this, I can come up with many things for the retail segment as well. And we can work with whoever is inclined towards helping these underserved communities, or people who want to have um, a verifiable project report to align themselves into these sustainability projects. This is all that I have to say. Please feel free to get in touch with me, and we can have more conversations. Thank you so much.